making sure she's okay too. Like, making sure she's not gonna faint. Like, they're grabbing everything to prep for an emergency C-section. I asked them, like, am I getting a C-section? Like, what's going on? They're like wiping my belly and like just getting everything ready. I'm freaking out thinking, like, am I gonna feel like this C-section? Because I don't know how a C-section works. Like, am I gonna feel it even though I have an epidural? Like, I don't think I would, right? So I'm like sitting there questioning myself. I'm freaking out. My husband's freaking out. Everyone's freaking out. So that nurse that was originally putting me in doggy style was just watching all the doctors and all the other nurses. She's just standing there like this. And I'm like, dude, like, So then I asked the doctors again, like, am I getting a C-section? They said the baby's like stuck sideways, I believe is what they said. And I'm like, what? So then they say, like, let's just have you try and push like right now. And if we can't get this baby out, then we're just gonna do the emergency C-section, like any minute now. I really didn't see myself having a C-section. If I would have prepared myself and like known going in there I would have had a C-section, I feel like I would have been fine. But since it was such like a spontaneous, sporadic thing, like I wasn't prepared and I started crying, like bawling. I was already crying because I didn't think my baby was gonna make it. And I was just praying, please God, please God, please God. Like, I don't care right now. I guess if I have to be cut open, like I'm terrified, but so be it. Like, please, I just started praying, please God, don't take my baby away. Please don't take my baby away. Please, please, please. And I was sobbing, crying. I think like my mom was crying. My husband probably was even crying. So then they tell me to push, and I have pushed like my actual life depended on it and my baby's life depended on it. And I got my baby out in 2 pushes. There's my baby. I'm talking about you. It's almost your birthday. So she has the cord around her neck, and then they unravel it. She starts breathing again. I feel so much better. And then I see a giant fish hook in her head, like this metal thing that they were like, I guess, using to track her heart rate. So there's this giant metal thing in the top of her head. It looks like a fish hook, and then they just yank it out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, literally she had an indent in her head for so long. But she's here and she made it, and now I never want to give birth again. I'm just terrified. It's just a miracle that my baby's even here. Yeah.